welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, there is some intrigue to this matchup between Michigan and Oregon. These are not teams that play often, but with this new revamped Big Ten, we are going to see this matchup more and more. What makes this really interesting is the history of Kyle Whittingham, the new Michigan head coach, against Oregon. He played them well and beat them often when he was the coach at Utah. We'll see if that adds a new little wrinkle into this matchup here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Wolverines ready to kick it away first. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Straight ahead, it's Davison. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore. Right side, it's Stewart. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Finds a man in the middle. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Hill. Pass to 6. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
Throwing more. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Marshall. Breaks into the open. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Long way to go on second down. Quick give. It's Marshall. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Taking it the other way. The tag. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he makes the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Fires left. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Here's Underwood. Hit as he throws. Makes the grab. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Unloads it left. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
From the gun, it's Marshall. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. Inside the big house, they have those big condominiums down there on the field paving the way for the running backs.
Big, huge condominiums, and every year it's a little bit different of how they wear their uniform.
Makes a grab and room to run. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And they've dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Hits inside. It's Marshall. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked. Good run and a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Flips it out to the back. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Sends it back in motion. Throwing, Underwood. They're all over him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Under pressure, and he avoids the sack.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Some misdirection with the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out. They knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
They'll ride him again. Looking for a crease. Oh, he's got some space. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are committed, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Motion from the wideout. Dante Moore. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Making the adjustment. In the gun on 3rd down, Moore. Finds his big tight end. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. They've got a first down here to open the period. Here's Moore to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide right, it's Stewart. Knocked down immediately, but they couldn't stop him from getting the big gainer to the 30. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. Touchdown, Ducks! How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So a drive there of 85 yards, and the points come on a pass from 39 yards out. On the return, it's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Underwood. Working the middle, it's complete. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to...
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Ducks! They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They give it back to him. On the move at the 30. He's up to 90 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Here's Underwood to throw. Snags it over the middle. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Breaks the tackle. And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the Wolverines will try to convert on 4th down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Caught. Made the catch, but nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and he stopped right at the line, and they'll turn it over on downs. Handoff to the lone back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Moore, play action. Look out! Avoids pressure on the right. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Finds a crease. It's Davison. Picked up maybe 3 on the play. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Moore. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Moore to the air. Looking down the middle. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running behind that left side. Makes him talk to the hand. With that, he's got 101 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
They'll run him again. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Wolverines are facing 3rd and inches.
139 Albatross. 139 Albatross. Over. Kill. 528 cruise. 528 cruise. Shit.
Quarterback keeper. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Underwood. Stepping to the right. He'll pull it down and run. QB got it himself. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Good enough for first down.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Marshall. Pushes ahead for 1. It's 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Out wide left, it's Marsh. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Go!
Underwood. Rush right in his face. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
You got to love this guy's speed, and obviously throughout his football career, it's paid dividends for him, but this ain't high school anymore. You just can't outrun everybody like you used to back on Friday nights. This defense is fast. They were able to get him outside of the pocket, chase him down, bring him to the ground for a huge loss.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Back to throw, time running short in the half. He makes a catch. Touchdown, Wolverines! He got a step and just dusted the field.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. They march 72 yards, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. Bringing it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Throwing more. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Moore will throw. Fires to the wideout. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? They make the stop. It'll be 4th down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. All the way back to the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. being started on this drive from the 24. Here's Underwood to throw. Swings it out to his running back. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Rush is on. He'll take the deep shot. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Fourth down, Underwood. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with a look at Wisconsin taking on the number 14 team, the Maryland Terrapins. And it's the Badgers with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. This ball club now stands at 6 wins. They've ensured themselves at the very least of a 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
So here comes the Michigan offense. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Underwood. They're all over him. Intercepted, number 19. Touchdown, Oregon. Took it all the way back to the house.
And man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. Coming out with it, it's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. The big thing now don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the back. Underwood. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. But, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Sets his feet. It's Underwood. Throws to the wideout. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way. And
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Looking left. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Setting up the screen. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
Go!
Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Working the ground game. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the 1st down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Firing to the right, complete. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Bryce Underwood to the air again. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. On the move. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll line up to go for 2. Here's Underwood to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Turning it on! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Offense in a bunch formation. Changing the routes with his receivers. Dante Moore. Turns it upfield. 7-yard pickup on that one. Is now 2nd and 3.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
The run inside. It's Davison. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly out to the tight end. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
He now has 56 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Throwing for yardage. just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
On the direct snap, it's Moore.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections, but the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead, and a lot of times for a loss, and put the offense in a bind.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted deep in his own end. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looks as if he's going to run it. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Pulls it. He gets it in there for the 2, and now they've chopped that lead down to 11.
Quarterbacks have to make good decisions throwing it, but they also got to do it running it too. On that option play, it was the right call to keep the football, and the offense comes away with 2 points.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. On the ground, it's Davison. He's now up to 70 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Give to the running back. They put the brakes on him.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Making the adjustment on the play. Moore from the gun, trying to convert 3rd down. Makes the catch down the right side. Hits the crease. Touchdown! broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top covering 79 yards. Deep in the end zone, it's Stewart. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Got his man. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's Underwood. Keeps it going. Slings it downfield. Right side, it's Buchanan.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still, he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. That ball's incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
In the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Powers inside. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
Across the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. If you need me to throw it, I can do that too.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Might as well run him again. Plows through the defense. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a first down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Throwing, Underwood. Under pressure. Left side is Buchanan. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Wolverines come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Oh, pressure's coming. And it's a sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Escapes the pressure going right. Hauls it in. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Out of the gun to give to the back. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. 4th down, Underwood. Moving out to the right. Complete and looking for... And the ball's on the ground. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the first down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security there.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's 4th down. Like, 4th down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. 1st down, 2nd down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big stop. Now your offense gets to go right on the field.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Straight ahead, it's Hill. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He stopped short of the first down marker, had to get it to the 30-yard line, and now they're staring at 4th and short.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.